I am a silver affiliate of our amazing company, Vida Divina. Now, guys, I see we have 18 of us here tonight. And I'm going to ask you, please, go to your groups, invite, and share, and remind them to join the team training. Because guess what? This is a part of the reason why you joined this business, right? We are here as a team to help each other to grow to success. So I am all actually logging in from Westmoreland. So let me see who's on the call here. You could type in the chat where you're logging in from, and let me just welcome you guys. All right. So go ahead, guys. Remember, share the link. Remind your teammates. Remind your affiliates that we are live. This is a part of their business. All right. So of course we have Miss Yvonne. Of course, Miss Yvonne Sherwood, always here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see on the call Rachel. Welcome, Rachel. Thanks for being here. Okima. Blessings from St. Mary. All right, Rayan Everton from St. Catherine. All right, welcome, welcome. Let me tell you something, guys. This meeting is going to be amazing. It is going to be about how I do my business. So I hope you guys will find some nuggets in it and can work through it. All right, so we have Georgia Spencer Hall from Jamaica, St. Mary. All right, thank you so much for joining, guys. I hope you all have shared the link, of course, with your team members. We have here Hazel Brooks, yes, from Anguilla, Sir Don. All right, amazing, guys. Thank you for joining. Let me tell you something. This is our business, and it speaks volume to all those who are here, because we know that team training is a must. Team training is absolutely great for our development if we are serious about growing our business, right? All right. So it is 6 minutes past the hour. All right, so let us get started. All right, so the topic for today is how to build a multi-million Vida Divina business by keeping it simple. Now, guys, we're all here doing this training. You know, we have Sir Christopher Thomas, Aisha, Albert Jekke, a lot of great leaders, you know, who have graced this platform and gave us their insight, right? For me, I write down and I take notes and I practice, right? So for me, I practice whatever. I hope you guys are hearing me, because I see where my internet connection is not so good. If you're hearing me, Christine, please say, put the number 7 in the chat if you're hearing me loud and clear. You're not hearing me? No one is hearing me? Oh, all right, Christine. Thank you so much. You know, so as I was saying, guys, I practice whatever is taught to me on these trainings. So I'm going to ask you guys, please, not to come on the training and just listen in without taking action, right? So let me start off by asking you guys your belief, because that is how I make my business a success. I have a strong belief, right? And I believe that each and every one of us here should have a strong belief. Why? Because if we don't have a strong belief, our confidence level will be extremely low, and it will reflect on the outside to our customers, right? So if you are here, and hi Jillian. All right, so if you are here, guys, and you haven't tried any of our products, any of your products, that's a serious issue. That's a serious issue, because if you haven't tried it, you won't be able to sell it as confident as you should, right? And for me, I try almost all of my products because I want to sell them. You know, I believe that knowledge is power, but only when you take action with it. So if you're here and haven't tried it, I would say to you, go ahead and start it. If you're serious about growing your business, you have to believe in your products. You have to know what is infused. All right, so that's how my phone is, like literally. Each and every minute, my phone rings. And why? Customers. Customers are always calling me, asking me about my products, you know, requesting my products, you know. It's amazing. I'm not complaining, you know. But let's go on. All right, guys. So first thing first, we have to believe in our products. Try the products. Know the ingredients that are in the products itself. Know how to prepare the products. You know, a lot of us here don't even know how to prepare the product. We have been in the business. I'm assuming that most of these names are over 3 months in the business. That's ample time for you to know how to at least prepare your products. So what I do on a daily basis, guys, each night before I go to bed, I write my goals down for the next day, right? I know what I want to do for the next day, you know. I know what I want to post for the next day. I use my social media. For me, I use my social media, particularly the TikTok. TikTok works for me. And of course, you know, Facebook, Instagram, everything. But I know for sure that a lot of my customers are from TikTok, you know. All right. How should I start this now? What I do, I create stuff. I try to make things very unique to me, right? So if, for example, Mr. Thomas is on the call and I hear him say, I can show you, and I hear him say something about the Mars. I might not be promoting Mars tonight, but I know I will. I go in my notes and I jot down what he says. You know, I jot down what he says about the Mars. Because promoting is one of the most important things in our business. We have to get ourselves out there, right? And how we do that, we promote on the social media. Now is the time to take control of the social media. I don't go on Facebook and Instagram or wherever just to sit and look and smile. No. I go to promote my business. I get ideas from there. I post like 3 times per day on all media, you know, and when I'm not doing that, I'm educating myself about different products because I don't just want to limit myself to just detox, you know, or Mars, you know. I am going to the vision side now where I study about the side capsules. I am getting, you know, you'll be surprised, guys. Like, you'll be surprised to know how many people out there are having vision challenges. You know, how many diabetics are out there. You know, we are not making medical claims, but these are feedback that I get from my customers. And I can't even tell you how much customers I have because I really don't even know, to be honest. You know, but the feedback from my customers are really good. You know, I check on my customers. A lot of us are scared to check on our customers. Why? Because our confidence is low. we don't have strong belief in the products that we're selling. So we're scared, we're wondering, oh, I wonder if this product works, or if it will work for them, or if they'll say it won't work. So I get a customer who says, oh, a matter of fact, if I do get a customer who says it didn't work, they're not even blaming the product. Just to how I sold them the product. They're not even blaming the product. They're blaming themselves. They're saying, I think I don't drink it right, or I think I don't make it right, or something, you know. And just to say that, the other day I was in the gym, and I was talking to this lady, you know. Every time I go out, you know, you try to prospect discreetly, you know, and we were on the machine and stuff. But I noticed her tummy, but she's very hardworking in the gym. And customers are always silent, and I spoke loud to the customer just for her to hear me, you know. And when I came off the phone, she said, what is that? So I said it was a detox. It's a detox. You know, so I'm showing her my tummy, and I showed her my before. So because I took the product, I was able to show her my before picture and say, yeah, it works, you know, not because I have a thick body, but here it is, you know. And I showed her, and she's like, whoa, you know, I want it. But anyways, while I was talking to her, I heard her ask, what's the name of the tea? Whenever I hear them ask me that, I know they know the tea. They just want to find out, you know. And I said, Vida Divina, you know. And she said, oh, it don't work for me, you know. It don't work for me. I said, what? What do you say? You know? And she's like, yeah, man, no, it don't work for me at all. And I turned to her and I said, really? Was it expired? I asked them 3 questions whenever. I said, was it expired? You said the expiration date on it? And they're like, no, you know, I never checked. I said, how you prepare it? You know? And she told me, and I listened, and I said, let me tell you how I do it. And she said to me, oh, you never make it like that. She used the big bottle and fill it all up, you know. And I said, no, man, because I know my product works, because this is me. I'm not selling you something that don't work, because this is me. I keep, you know, telling her that. However, she said, all right, let me try. So I said, yeah, man, but I suggest a month supply, you know, because a month supply will give you a real good, you know, result that you need since you're in the gym. I said, this is what keeps me going, etc., etc. And she said, you know what, I'm going to pay you for it now, and when you carry it tomorrow. I said, carry it tomorrow? I said, I work with my product. I said, I have it right now. And we went down in the car, and she purchased it, you know. Anyways, what I always do, I send them a video clip. No, not a video clip, a voice note. My voice, the same way how I talk to them, I send them that voice note of how I prepare it, and I send her the bottles that I'm talking that she should use, you know. And she said, okay. The next day, I checked on her and I said, hey, what's up, whole things, you know, because I am not afraid to check on my customers. Why? Because I know my product works. So once your belief is that your product works, you are going to check on your customers, and that is where you can generate more sales and more kind of word, but nonetheless. All right. So I checked on her, and she said, no, nothing yet. I said, okay, keep going. The next morning I went to the gym. She said, girl, this morning, you know, I went to the bathroom and I got more than normal. Keep drinking it. Anyways, we were there at the gym working. I noticed that she wasn't there. So I said, okay, she's gone. You know, so I left. I saw a message came in on my phone that, you know, she's asking me if I left, because she's still here and she is in the bathroom, because this tea's really working. This tea's really working. That is how she's still talking to me, you know. So because I knew that my product does work, I was able to sell her more, even though she had tried it before and said no matter what. I think she took 3 packs. I think she said she took 3 packs from the previous person, whoever it was, I don't know. You know, and it didn't work for her. But because she saw how confident I was when I was telling her it works, I know it works. You did something wrong, you know. So that, guys, I'm saying your belief has to be strong. It has to be strong when you're selling these products. So that's one for me. Nobody can tell me anything about these products, you know. As I said, take action. You're in this training, you listen, you take action. You don't put it off for another time. Something might come up, you know. If you're not on social media, you try to get on social media tonight. You know, you try to put yourself out there because a lot of us are not going home. A lot of us, I think, what's the problem with most of us, we have options. And I always say to everyone around me, I don't want any options. I always say to others that I don't want any options. You know? Because if I have another option, I know that the drive that I have in this business, it won't be as strong. You know, a lot of us have our 9 to 5 and we're saying, okay, cannot sell any teas today, cannot sell any capsules today, you're still going to get a paycheck from your job. We don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. You know, I want money every day. I want to be hungry. So if you're not, once you have a second option, you're not hungry now. Say to Brooks, once you have a second option, you're not hungry enough, you know, and that is it for me. I am really hungry. My goal, I think I can change my goal now from making 100,000 per day, you know, to more, but I still up it. But let me just settle in a little bit more. But you can do that by promoting. All I do is just promote. And I am not even half where I know I can, where I can be. But all I do is promote, like literally promote. I make my own promotional stuff. I listen. Anybody saying anything, if a customer call me and say, I miss, we see I promote something on the internet. Why the boy lazy and the boy lazy? Trust and believe I'm going to make something of that. Trust and believe I'm going to make a promotion about the boy being lazy. You understand me? So that is what I do on a daily basis, and I see where it is working for me, and I believe that it can work for others. But you just have to be consistent and believe in the product and know it will work. You have to make it unique to you. You know, you just have to make it unique, surrounding you, all about you, so to speak, you know, and stuff. So that is one thing I do. So I'm being creative, be true to myself, be true to yourself. If you know you could be doing more and not doing more, stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. Just say, okay, I know I should be posting now or promoting or talking to someone now about this business opportunity or about the products or something, and I'm not. I'm here on TikTok, I'm here on Facebook, I'm here watching television. I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV. I don't have the time for that. For me, if I do that, trust me, I feel unproductive. Feel like I just wasted an hour. You know? So, you just really have to be serious and zoomed in on what we're doing. Just be, I can't find the word right now. But you really just have to put the work in. You have to put the work in, and I really do put the work in. I'm not all over the place. You find your niche. Find something that you're good at. So if you're good at, if you've taken the product, or you have a customer who took the product and you help them with their sugar level, you promote that. You keep promoting it and find other products that can work with the diabetes. You come on the calls on the health seminars. Come on the health seminars, guys. It is super helpful. Last night, before the seminar you finished, I took some notes from the seminar and I posted it. And today my phone was blowing up before the seminar even finished. So what are you doing, guys? When you're saying that nothing is going on, what are you doing? I believe there's a lot of options. You can go on the road, stay at a nice location. You know, a lot of persons in the company here have called me. But I'm a person, I'm not a prejudger. But I pick up energy. I can pick up energy. I know when you're wasting my time, and I know when you're serious. I don't know how, but I can feel it. And I'm never wrong. I don't know why. You know? And I might say to you, this is what you can do by listening to what you're saying to me. And I'll watch you, and I'll watch you. But I know you're not going to do it. And you never do it. No one ever reported back to say, all right, this is what, this is that. Why? Because they might see Simone making a lot of sales. I want to know what works for me. Doesn't have to work for you. So that's why I'm always saying being creative in what you're doing. Because if you know it might work for me, doesn't mean it work for you. So just find something you need. You know, you ask for help. Make sure you really need the help. You know, you're on these team trainings every week. Are you really putting practice to what they're saying? Because that is exactly what I did. I remember once, maybe in 2021, I remember Aisha Queen said, better you look, the more money you'll make. And I wrote it down and I stick it on my fridge. And every pass I pass, the better you look, the more money you'll make. And that stick with me right through. I started going to the gym and I started working out. Eat a little better. The better. No doubt. But I mean, I see where my body is looking better. You know, where to the point where someone, when I'm a customer, message me and ask me if I'm the owner for the gym. You know, because I dressed in a way, you know, when I'm going to the gym, I dress like a boss. You know, everybody see you at the gym, they're wondering what you're doing. Your phone is always ringing. You know, I put myself out there to be important. You know, I don't look like an idler when I'm on the road. You know, I don't look like I'm begging when I'm on the road. I don't look like I'm begging customers to please buy my product. No, my product works. Oh. Yeah, that's what I do on a daily basis. You know, if I, what should I say now? All right, that's what I do on a daily basis. All right, so yes, I write my goals down, as I said, and I keep educating myself. You see, on my down days, on your down days, that's where you know your strength. Because I do have down days. I will have a week where I probably just sell, let me say 20,000 for the week. And in that space of time, I never stop promoting. I keep going. You would believe that I'm making 100,000 a day. So not because I'm having a downtime means that it's going to reflect in my action. Your action, your action, your action. I promote daily, even when I'm having a downtime. So I take that opportunity to educate myself about other products. I go to the YouTube here and I research on the reshis, you know, the products, the different products that we have, what the reshi is good for. Educate myself on that and I push a little promotion, you know. And another thing too, guys, we always want to say, oh, we want to make money, we want to make 100,000 a day, 100,000 a week, whatever figure it is. But we don't have 100,000 products. Be true to yourself. Be true to what you're doing. You're only hurting yourself if you are going to say you need to make $10,000 for the week and you don't have $10,000 worth of products. How does that work? It just doesn't add up. I remember when I said I wanted to make 100,000 per day, I went straight to investing in my products to make sure that I have or I can make 100,000 per day, per week, for whatever it is. And make sure, because I do the calculation and I say, all right, this is what I need to do. And at the end of the day, if I'm not reaching my goal, I know that I have to double up tomorrow. And that's how I just keep going, because I don't have a second option and I don't want one. Not that I can't get a 9 to 5, but I don't want one. You know, so once you're serious about what you're doing, guys, you know, you would put the effort out. You will put it out to make it happen. And it has to happen no matter what. My why is very strong. Your why has to be strong. Yours has to be strong. It's the same thing. Whatever is being taught on the training, whatever motivational audio is being played, you listen to that. You listen to that. You get ideas. You motivate yourself. You don't need someone to motivate you. You know, you don't need someone to motivate you. You should be strong enough. I believe in creating leaders. I don't, not followers. We all should be leaders. We are leaders. We are leaders. So you lead the way. If you have your upline, the person who joined it and they're not in the business anymore, that's okay. You're the one making the money. You're the one that can make the money. You know, I remember I signed a person last month and I have to be running behind the man last month because people are like that. I have to be running behind him to collect his product, to promote. You know, so you're going to have people like that. They come in the business, they want to join the business, yes. But when it comes down to the work, they don't want to do it. And some of us here are like that. We want the money, yes. But when it comes down to the work, we don't want to do it. And we have to, and it's very simple. Be consistent with whatever we are doing. We just ask, take notes. You have training calls. I can't tell you much enough about these training calls that has helped me. I can't tell you enough. The training calls do help. And that is one of the greatest things about this business. We don't leave you on your own. So if you are here and you're on each and every training, year upon year, month upon month, and your orders are just minimal, you have to do a ring check. You have to do a ring check on what you're doing. Are you promoting the right thing? Are you knowledgeable? Are you confident enough to tell customers about your product, to tell people about your product? You know, nobody can tell me anything about it. When I tell you, if they do come and say it didn't work, I can tell you they are not leaving without getting something else or trying it over again because something went wrong. That is the belief that I have. And because it is so strong, generate over to them. So they believe. But I know it works. I'm not selling something that doesn't work. I don't have time to waste. I'm not an idler. you know. So your belief has to be strong no matter what. No matter what you do, guys. All right. So I've been talking a while. If you guys have any questions, feel free. You can drop it inside the chat. I continue. Right? So, as I said, that's pretty much what I do on a daily basis. I promote my business. I educate myself about the products. Very simple. I don't know, but you're just consistency. Your consistency has to be there because you have to put yourself in others' shoes to say that if you see this person promoting something today and then the next 2 weeks or the next 3 days or the next 4 days they might promote, would you purchase from that person? If you see this person promoting just one thing, clear water, clear water, clear water, get your clear water, clear water, clear water. You be interested in that clear water? Tell me the benefits of it. Our detox has multiple benefits. Multiple benefits. Right? Once you check with your customers to see their results, their testimonies, it can be very simple. If you check, hey, good morning. What's up? Just checking. Me, I just start just normal. I don't nice up nothing. I just do be me. I have to be me. I can't be Aisha. I can't be Christopher. I have to be me. So if they know I talk like this, I talk like this to them. Right? And when I check with them and they say, oh yes, it was good, boy, plenty bowel movement or whatever. Screenshot it, I remove their name, and I post it, right? I post it on my status, I post it where others can see it. If they send me a voice note, if I send them a voice note, and they send me one, I screen record it, right? And then share it. I'm always coming up with ideas, because I know that this is all I have and this is all I want. I don't want nothing else. I really, really, really don't. From the bottom of my heart. Because I know Vida will work. And Vida is working. Vida has to work. Without a doubt. So it's up to you. If you believe, you have a second option. It will pay you like that. It will pay you like that. So your belief, your knowledge, you take action and you think for yourself, be creative. That's what I do. I think for myself. There is no way Stacey going to say something to me about business and Stacey said, $10,000 for XY for the team. Sell it for $12,000. And I just take it like that. Because Stacey said sell it for $12,000. I have to see where it makes sense. I have to do my own calculation. I have to do my research, So you think for yourself, be true to yourself. Know where you're falling short from. Don't say you're doing well, but you know you're not. You know deep down you're not. And if you know deep down that you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you start doing what you know you're supposed to do. If you know you're not promoting, you start promoting. There is nothing more to it. Once you're true to yourself. So you will say, okay, and I'm not talking to a lot of customers. Start talking to a lot of customers. Start talking to a lot of people. You know what you're not doing. It's not me. It's not you. You know. Yes. All right. So Tamara said, how do you screen record? Well, I have a Samsung, and the option is at the top. The option is at the top. Once you scroll it down, you'll see the option there on your phone. I don't know if that's how your phone is. But that's how mine is. You can probably Google it just the same to see how you screen record. So pretty much, guys, you just have to start somewhere. Somewhere. You can't be in this business for 3 months and still doing the minimal. No, you have to push yourself. And I believe once you have products, you will push. Like, I invest in getting these products, not because I have customers for them, but because I must push them. I must sell them, and that is my belief. You know, so I order them to make sure that I have it, you know, even though, let's say that, but yeah, I order them to make sure that I have to push, I have to promote. All I do, guys, majority of my sales are from my customers, nothing more, or from my promotion from TikTok, nothing more. Nothing more. That's all. It's like literally. I can make, and that's just the truth. And I do have the products to back it at times. You know, so that's pretty much what I do. I don't know if that's good enough for you guys. If you could find any value in what I'm saying, which I do hope you have found, you know. So if you guys have any other questions, please drop it at me and let's see what we can do. Remember, this is a team training. We can't just sit here and wondering how we can make money and not ask questions. Alright? Kylie Sharp. Where's my light? Kylie, your hands was up. I asked you to unmute. Let's go. Let's go, Kylie. Let's go, Kylie.
Hey, everyone. Simone, you put me on the spot. I was attending to my baby, so I didn't hear the question.
Any questions you have? Any questions you have in how you can make better sales or how to improve your sales? Go ahead.
My biggest challenge is approaching persons. That's my biggest challenge. Because as you know, I do a 9 to 5, so it's kind of difficult. And I have 2 toddlers, so it's kind of difficult for me to even go on the road at times, sometimes. So I would like to know how I can improve on that.
There you go. There you go, Kylie. You know your challenge, right? You go, at least you have a 9 to 5, right? Do you talk to, I know what you do, of course, but do you talk to your customers while you're at work? Do you hand out your cards while you're at work? You take taxi. Do you talk to the passengers beside you while you're going home?
Well, the taxi, I don't take taxi. It's been a while I take taxi because I have somebody that transfers me home.
Right.
So it's been a while. But speaking to person, yes, currently I'm not really on the front line. I'm in the back, so I don't see persons that regular like when I'm on the front line. But when I'm on the front line, I talk to persons and I give out my card.
And you give out your card?
Yes.
But it's not working. So do you have lunchtime?
Yes, sometimes. No, sometimes because it's kind of...
So you're working somewhere without lunchtime?
Yeah, I get lunchtime, but my lunchtime is kind of short because I'm juggling between, because I'm training somebody at the moment and doing something else at the same time. So it's kind of hectic for me at the time. But a week from now, I can go back to my original schedule.
All right. So guess what? You have to prepare yourself. Because guess what? We are the ones who are finding excuses as to why we can't do it. So we can't question why we're not making it, because we know why we're not doing it. Right? So we can't question it. You understand me? So we just, like all of us have the same 24 hours. You don't have more than me.
Yeah.
Right? So We create it. We have to create it. Once it is important to you, Colleen, if you find yourself, I don't get my products yet. If you find yourself with $100,000 worth of products, Carleen, in your hands today, you are going to find a way to get them out.
That is true.
You are going to. So any excuse that you're having that, the time and toddler and whatever.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you really, really want it, because a lot of us here have it. You'll be surprised to see your schedules. You'll be surprised to see my schedule, even though I'm doing this 24/7. You see my status, I'm always on the road. Always on the road, always on the go. But I have to find a time, even if I pull over on the road and make 2 posts while I'm driving, I'm thinking what I'm going to do. I look at the time and I'm thinking what I'm going to do in the next half an hour, what I'm going to post. If it's not time for me to post, I set my schedule. Set a schedule time. Pre-do your work. So, all right, you're working in the morning, 7 o'clock. You make sure before you go to bed, before you sit here, you go to bed. You make a post, you create a post, you save it one side. And so that in the morning you go, boom, you drop it, you share it. Then, when you get your 10 minutes break, 10 minutes, you go, you look if anybody responds, you see where it's going, what's going on, you check it, you respond, you go. You eat and you go. You're doing it, you eat and you go. So you have to find a way to create your time, because you know what your issue is.
That is true.
Yeah,
and I see where the follow-up really works, because I have some customers coming back over and over. So I see where the follow-up really works once you get the customer.
Absolutely. When I say the follow-up works, Carleen, because they might not remember to message you. They're getting their good results, but they're telling others, I have so many persons who have called me. Oh, this guy gave me a number. I don't know who the guy is, Just trust me. It kind of hard for me, but anyways, this guy gave me a number. XYZ. But he didn't contact me, or I didn't contact him back, follow up back with him, to say, hey, how is it going? But I know I'll reach there because I put a name, I put a little logo beside each and every one of them who have ordered from me, who I need to follow up. I label them. It's in WhatsApp chat. You can label your customer by writing who you need to follow up with, who said they're going to order tomorrow, who said they need it next week. You had who is in Montego Bay, who is in Kingston, who is wherever in the world. I label the chats. So I go through them daily and check it out and get back to them. So you can do that with the follow-up, because sometimes you can miss them, like literally. Because if you're sending out 5-7 products per day, you can miss it. So you just label your chats. Alright? So Carleen, it's up to you. You, not me. Nobody can give you more time. Nobody but you. So you have to find that work that out.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right?
Yeah,
man. All right. So Tamara said, thank you. A lot of value. Awesome. That's good to know, Tamara. Do you want to unmute? Good night to you. That is different from the all right, she said, do you make the tea different from the instruction that is on the package? It's not that I make it different. For me, it is simpler to explain to my customers, because they might not know what a cup is. They might use this thing. They might be having this thing and say this is a cup or quarter cup or whatever. So for me, I use these bottles as examples, and I tell them the amount, start boiling it with, and then the amount to add to it with this bottle. So for me, this is simpler to explain to them, and they get it off the back. Versus, even though I'll say to them the instruction is on the back, but I will tell you, and that is a way for me to know that I have sold you tea. Because if I haven't sold you tea, you won't, this bottle won't be in your chat with me. You know, so sometimes they might order a year ago, and I scroll to see if I had sent them any instruction on how to make the tea, to prepare it. And I say, oh yeah, they purchased from me before. You know. So I just use this bottle, which is a simpler way for me and for them to understand. Jasmine. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else have any questions or emotional outbursts, or did I help you guys in any way, shape or form? Did I encourage anyone here? Let me call on this girl right here. I know she's Stacy Brooks. Let's go. What are you gonna do different? Lady Stacy Brooks. Hi, Linda. Lady Stacy Brooks, let's go.
What you saying, Miss Williams?
Did I add any value?
You did. You sure did.
Informative.
It was you did a wonderful job. I enjoyed it. And as usual, very beneficial. And like you say, you know, we have to put into action. Action is very important. So, most definitely, I would say you add a lot of value to everyone who was here tonight. So well done. Well done, Lady Simone. Enjoyed it.
All right. So, no problem. So you go and take action, Stacey. Action, action, action. All right, Lady Tamara. Hands up. Let's go.
Okay. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for unmuting me, Simone.
Awesome.
I must say aloud that you really added a lot of value. And while you were here sharing, I did go on my phone and I did download screen record, and I see how to use it on my Samsung phone. Because the thing is, I always see it, but I don't know what it was, and I don't know how to do it. And that's why I took a bold move to ask how it is, because I'm this type of person. If I don't know how something is done, I like to ask questions. And anybody who knows me will tell you that's Tamara. Tamara will ask. She's not afraid to ask, even if it sounds stupid, if it sounds foolish, or if a person's gonna say, she didn't know that. No, I didn't. So I asked the question, you gave me the answer, and I went on my phone and I download, and I go into Google actually, and Google showed me how to do the screen record. So already I know how to do it. I'm just gonna play around with it, practice, and see how it works for me. So thanks again. And if I don't learn anything else, I learned that, and I did take my notes tonight. So I have all my jottings down, and I have this thing that you say, the better you look, the more money you make. I did wrote that down, so you know I'm taking notes, and I have other notes. I had a page different from that sentence. So I learned a lot tonight, and I really appreciate it. And I thank you for this second follow-up, because I remember you did one presentation some nights ago, and we did ask for you to do a follow-up on it. And I appreciate you doing it tonight. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tamara. All right. I know you're always here. All right. So, Lady Keisha. Now, this is the lady who brought me into the business. You know? Yes. Lady Keisha, you enjoyed the presentation. It's good to see you here, actually. Keisha, I need a word. I don't care. I need a word from you. So, I am going to ask you to unmute Lady Keisha. Don't tell me you're in any noise. Don't tell me you cannot talk. Let's go. Awesome. Let's go, Keisha. All right. Go ahead.
Good night, Simone.
Good night, Keisha.
On the call. Good night to you guys. Yes, I was able to come on the call tonight, and it was very interesting, Simone. And as I said this in the group, I'm so proud of you and the presentation was awesome. Because for me, consistency is not good for me, especially now, so my WhatsApp meet now and all of that. But as you say, if we still make the time, we can go, we go where we want to go. And I believe will happen again. I will back on track again. Because at the moment, I'm not in like who I used to be in and all of that. But you know, I'm still not giving up because I know with Vida, you can make it, you can reach far with it. And from time to time, I still see the training, still get my motivation and toughness. I just need to be more consistent because I'm still getting my sales. I still have my customers, but I think I just need to be more consistent in posting and all that we talked about tonight. And I really appreciate it. The presentation was awesome. And
Awesome.
yes, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you.
And I appreciate you appreciating
And
it.
from ever since, I always say, Simone Man is my girl, that's enough. She is number one. Number one. So just continue to work, my girl. And thanks for the motivation all the time. Yes, I appreciate
All
it.
right. Awesome. Thank you, Keith. Yeah, thank you. And thank you for introducing me to this business. You know, if it wasn't for you,
I'm so happy I did because all those who I bring in and they follow what I can say, listen to me. Simone is one person I can tell anybody that Vida works because she is killing it and she's doing awesome. So nobody can tell me say it don't work. I know it works. You understand? And you motivate so many persons, trust me. And I'm proud of you. Every time I talk about it, I'm so proud of you. And you motivate me. Just the other day I said to her, you are my upline, you know, I'm not your upline again. She said that from me, no, yes. I tell her all the time, say, Simone, you're my upline, no. And I say it from my heart. I'm so proud of you, girl. And thanks again. And I said, I will definitely get back on track. Yes. And more consistent.
all right.
Yes.
You see, guys, it's really up to you. You know, you don't. If you sign someone to the business, right? If that person is not deep in the business or interested in the business, they won't stay. Trust me, you won't have to do a lot for them to stay. So you just try to find people of value, people who believe in what they're doing with integrity, because anybody with integrity will join this business because this company works, the business works, the compensation plan works, everything about it works. It all has to do with us. It's not our upline, it's not who we sign, it's just us. It all has to do with us. So once you are serious and they see you working, it will gradually, you know, reach to them. You know, so it is that simple. It is that simple. All right, so Rosalind said, I didn't know that I could label my clients, but I wrote down their names. Yeah, man, you can label them in the WhatsApp. I don't know if, I think it's a WhatsApp business. Yeah, in the WhatsApp business, you can label it by going on their name and clicking the three dots at the top. You will see label chat, and you label them. A color will come up, color coded, and you can write what you want. So if you want to write multiple customers, returning customers, follow-up customers, that's how you can always do that. Now, guys, I'm extremely happy that, most of you guys got value from what I was saying. I hope you put it into practice, please. This is what I do. I take my notes and I put it into practice. I don't wait until next month. I'll start fresh. I do it now. So do it now, guys. Procrastination is really the thief of time. If you sincerely believe in your products, in your business, do it. Find ways. It all has to do with you. I could be here every night. Christopher, Alicia, Albert, Don Rogers, anyone could be here and talking to you and giving you added value. Sir Clinton daily, you know, we all could be here and giving you adding value to your life, but you're not taking it. You're just listening just to say that, oh, you joined the call. That's not good enough. You are just like those who came in the business, started the business, and realized that you have to put in work and not put it and left because they don't want to put in the work. So you guys cannot be here taking these values and not putting them into action, not practicing. At least give yourself at least 90 days of doing something. Write your goal down and say from today until XYZ. Hold yourself accountable to say that, okay, you said you would sell XYZ or you would join XYZ amount of persons to the business within that 90 days and you haven't, you will get into it. It's very important when you write your stuff down. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. When I see where the month is ending, and if I said I'm supposed to make, just saying, 100,000 for the month, and I look in my book and I see that I'm short $5,000, trust and believe. I am going to find those customers. It gives you a drive, it gives you a push. When you write your stuff down, you don't trust your memory, you write it down. My book is full with notes. But I write it down and I say, okay, I need to find $5,000 more worth of sales. It pushes you. So write down your stuff. We can't be telling you day in, day out the method and ways to do it, and you don't take action and still wonder why you're not making money. You have to create your time. We all have the same 24 hours. If you're not, you can't be, I don't believe you should be in your 9 to 5 and cannot reactivate your account. That just doesn't add up to me. I cannot be giving my all into a 9 to 5 and as simple as reactivating my account with $135 US or whatever it is, $158 US, and I can't reactivate my personal business. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up to me. How does it add up to you? If you're giving your all to something, you're always at your 9 to 5, you're always there. It takes your time, it takes your energy, but yes, you cannot spare $1 out of it to invest in your business. It's unbalanced to me, you know, hence the reason why I don't want a 9 to 5. And again, it's not that I can't get one, but I don't want that option. I like the time freedom to be able to work on my time whenever I want. When I get off now, you're going to see how much messages on my phone. I'm going to answer them. I don't care, it's night, I'm going to answer them. You understand me? So it's all up to you. Yes, Sir Thomas. Awesome. Training smooth. We are better because of you. All right. Thank you so much. God bless your business. And you, Sir Thomas, without you, trust me, a lot of these things wouldn't be possible because, trust me, you are of great value for us, Sir T. I always say that to you. You know, you make sure we get our products, you know, on time. You're a great person. I would just want to thank you, and I thank you all for sitting and staying with us throughout this call. Again, hi, Okima, yes. I do hope you had found value in what you're saying. I understand, because guess what? Everybody trains different. This is how I train. Aisha trains different. Christopher trains different. Everyone is different. We have to have a variety. So guys, take your notes, put them together, and make it unique for you. All right, and watch your business excel, watch your business grow. All right, so this has come to an end of our team training, and again, I thank you all for joining and participating in our training. So, I see Stephanie, is your hands up? I'm not sure. Oh no. Okay. All right. So, yes, sir, Clinton. Thank you. All right. So this call, we're over. Put things in place, guys, and get your business going. Get your business. It all has to do with you, not me, not your upline, not the person you signed, but you. You know where you're going wrong. You know your faults. You know your weakness. You know your strength. Work on it. Work on it now. Make a vow to work on it now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. All right? So have yourself. Hi, Sarah. Another one of my team members. Blessings and mercy daily. All right. So, guys, have yourself a wonderful night. And thank you so much. All right? Blessings to you all.